Hello, welcome to the next Stay Smart video. For this game, we're going to play No Vowel Idioms. Okay, now this is going to have 3 levels. I'm going to start you off easy to teach your brain the pattern of the game, and it's going to get progressively harder. Now, I'm going to suggest you pause the video. I may not give you enough time in the video, but pause it. That gives you enough time to work out all the clues. And yeah, let's get straight on with it. So let's start off straight on level number 1. So I'm going to write some animals that are missing their vowels. Okay, if you've ever done my class in person, you're actually going to be used to this game. I like to play this game a lot. Okay, so the first few animals, as I say, we're going to start off nice and easy. This is a fairly common animal. I'm only missing out the vowels, as I say. Okay, it might be a little bit harder. Let's go along here. That is meant to be a D. What about this one? Let's try a little bit longer. Let's try a harder one. Okay, now, if you get stuck on these, some of these might come to you very, very quickly. If you get stuck on these, move on to the next one, come back to it. Sometimes when you look at an answer for the second time, sometimes the answer just jumps in your head. So just kind of skip. You should get these first few fairly easy. As I say, the only one that might be hard is this one here. So, missing a vowel: cat, frog, horse, dog, hamster, pig. This one is an insect, and the reason this one's harder is because it's missing the vowel from the front, and it's an ant. Okay, this is level 1. Let's move to level 2. So this is level 2. This is going to get a little bit harder. Okay, these are going to be phrases that you might say to someone. Okay, let's start off with this one. Again, you're missing all of the vowels. And sometimes people count Y as a vowel. I don't. I'm just talking A, E, I, O, and U. Okay, that should be fairly easy to get. Let's try this one. Okay, phrases you might say to someone. Let's try this next one. Maybe a little bit harder. And I'm going to have to squeeze in this last one. Let me put it up on my foot. There you go. Okay, so the next one is going to be... Okay, if you need to pause the video to work this out, do so now. If you have already worked these out, you're missing all the vowels. Happy birthday is this first one. And I'm doing these off the top of my head, so they may be mistakes. I can't see any right now, though. Merry Christmas is the next one. Let me put the vowels in just to show you kind of what I'm doing. Happy birthday and Merry Christmas, as you can see. Okay, the next one, you might be able to work out this first one fairly easy. How are you? And this last one is nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Okay, that was level 2. Let's get a little bit harder. So this is level 3. If you're wondering why I've got idioms in here, this is the round where I'm going to introduce that. I've got the influence of my dog over here. What I've chosen are idioms about dogs. Now, an idiom is a phrase like shaggy dog story or let sleeping dogs lie, things like that. So all of these idioms are to do with dogs somehow, are connected with dogs. Now, this is the first one, and don't worry, I am going to back up and let you see all these together. Now, the reason this is level 3 and this is harder is these are going to be multiple words, but I've taken out the spaces between the words. So you're not going to have the luxury of knowing how many words these idioms have. So I've started you off with the easy one, if I don't erase it completely. Okay. Now, keep in mind these are to do with dogs. I want you to see if you can recognize any of the patterns of these words. In other words, see if you recognize this in the following one. So this might give you a clue of what this one is. Okay, number 2. And again, have a look to see if you recognize any words here. I'm particularly thinking you might recognize what this word is. And maybe this one. And that might give you a clue to the whole phrase. Let's look at this one. Number 3, DGT, DG. And number 4, I know that just looks like a jumble of letters, but I promise it's a phrase. And then the last one, okay, now I'm going to back out. And I want you to pause the video and see if you can work out what these phrases are. If you get stuck on one, don't dwell on it. Move on to the next. Come back to it. As I say, your brain may pick up on the pattern when you look at it the next time. So if you haven't had a chance to pause the video yet, do so. Well, you might have to rewind the video a little bit and then pause it. I have given you some hints. I have given you the spaces between the words if you just really couldn't work out what some of those questions were. Okay, so the first one. So I've given you the space. This may jump out at you straight away now. Number 2. These are the same clues. It's just I've given you the spaces in between the words. This is number 3. I've got a feeling number 4 is the hardest one. And I think that might jump out at you straight away now. And then number 5. I kind of gave you a clue here. This is a word with just a vowel in it. Let me back up so you can pause that video if you need to. Pause it now. And let me tell you the answers. So, as you may know, this is top dog. Bark up the wrong tree is number 2. Dog eat dog is number 3. Number 4 is tail between your legs. And sick as a dog is number 5. All right. Hope you enjoyed that game. I'll see you in the next video.